power deep within. I can't go through it alone, and I won't leave you on your own. I stand before you now and promise you I am not afraid. I will fight and guide the way. We will rise again to glory then. We'll soar into the sky. If you stop and see, then you just might believe. We're unstoppable, powerful, enough to beat the odds. If you love me, you will see the flames inside of me.
Sup guys, the name's Shangri-La and welcome back to Seduce Me 2, the Demon War. So, you guys wanted the bad endings, you guys voted, and with an enormous amount of votes, you all wanted me to do Sam's bad ending first. Well, joke's on you, I did 2 of them. Haha, kill me now, please. Okay, so I'm gonna do all of the bad endings that are recorded on Sam's route, which includes not passing the dragon's test, helping Malix, and not doing the dragon's test, basically. So I'm not going to show you all the choices I make because I don't want you guys to get heartbroken, but I'm going to choose all the choices, and when it gets to the choice where we choose to let Sam take the test or let him not take the test, then I'll get right back to you. So with that, let me just end my misery now. Okay, we're back. Some choices were made that I were not proud of. Hopefully it was enough to get the bad ending. So first, we're going to let him do the test. Let him do it. Let him burn. Yeah, let's just do that. Because we already know he's going to burn. Because basically we saw it in the dream. Let's hope this works. Let him do it. I had to trust him. He could do this. I watched as Sam walked into the cave, following behind until he vanished into the darkness. I stood once again between the light and the dark, waiting. My nightmare, however, soon became realized.
You are not worthy.
Oh shit! All of a sudden, the darkness became full of fire, and the bare outline of Sam flashed before burning away in the light of the flames. Sam's voice couldn't even let out a scream of pain as he was instantly burnt to ash. Sam! Sam!
Run! Run!
Diana's voice echoed through the air, but I was frozen in place, watching the flames rush at me to take me as well. I let them consume me, now wanting to forever live with the memory of Sam dying before my eyes. And you are not worthy. Ugh. Unlocked ending, you are not worthy. Okay, so I'll get right back to you on the choices. Okay, so I didn't do the ending, you are not worthy. So let's just get that straight. Because I did not have enough power to make all those bad choices. But I did it! Because I hate you guys so much. Okay, so I did do the other 2 endings. So we're going to stop Sam and not let him take the test. I couldn't let him do it. I needed him here. For sure, alive. It was too big of a risk to send him in there. I grabbed onto Sam's hand, pulling him back. No, don't. Sam stared at me in shock.
Why not?
I took a breath and looked up at him, uncaring about the fear obviously stricken onto my face. I saw you die in there, in one of my nightmares. Please, don't. I could hear the concern dripping in my words. I wanted Sam to survive, no matter what. Screw the words being selfish. I would protect Sam with my life. Sam stared silently at me, taking in what I had just said, before letting out a sigh and nodding. My heart melted in happy relief as Sam turned away from the cave.
You heard her. I'm not coming in.
So be it.
Before Sam and I could walk away, a light burst into the air, causing us to grip onto each other and shut our eyes. The warmth of the light seemed to comfort and ease our travel to wherever the dragon was sending us. Regardless, I clung to Sam tightly, desperate not to let go of him. When we opened our eyes at last, we were in the war room in the middle of the space with the rebel leaders, the incubi, and their wives staring wide-eyed at us. Diana stared at us for a moment before shaking her head.
Well, at least you're here now.
Yeah, we've been worried about you guys.
At least now we can prepare for the siege.
You're right, Irene.
Thank goodness you're both all right.
Thank you for worrying, Iridessa.
Are either of you hurt?
Whoops, did I click that twice? No, we're not hurt, Twyla. We're fine. I shook my head with a smile, thankful that we weren't. Diana, however, cleared her throat as the rebel leaders took off, catching everyone's attention.
Well, I hate to break up this little reunion, but we have a battle to fight tomorrow. We should rest.
Everyone was in agreement, especially my aching body. The run in the forest was not a kind one. As everyone began to leave, however, Diana called out.
Sam, a moment please. Alone.
We could just skip all of this stuff. Okay, so got up to the battle. We're gonna meet Malix here. Okay, so I'm gonna go through all of this shenanigan shit. Okay. At the gates, however, stood a figure that seemed to pose almost pridefully in our path. Sam and I stopped our run and took in who was standing in our way. For some reason, he seemed familiar. Who?
Finally, you showed up.
Malix, I love you, but no! That voice. My mind finally clicked, linking the voice to a memory I wish I had forgotten. However, it couldn't have been. No way! Sam began to growl almost animalistically as the figure stepped out of the shadow of the gate. His face was covered by a terrifying devil mask, but I recognized him despite the fact. His white hair, his red skin. There was no way it could have been.
Missed me, bitch?
No!
Malix!
At the sound of his name, Malix reached up and removed the mask from his face, revealing a large amount of scars and wounds that were hidden away. Despite this, there was also a smirk plastered from ear to ear across Malix's cheeks.
You're supposed to be dead!
You didn't think I actually died, did you? Only pussy little boys like you can get taken out like that.
Well, fuck you too, motherfucker. My heart froze at the fact that he was alive. It couldn't have been. I had seen what had happened to him. He was supposed to be dead. Malix inhaled a deep breath and stretched out his arms, looking around with the largest grin on his face before turning to Sam.
Isn't this the most brutal war you've ever seen? Legions killing each other for no goddamn reason other than to rule this pathetic plane. It makes me want to make popcorn and watch the bloodshed.
You could just do that, just go do your own thing because who gives a fuck about you? Secretly, I do because I hurt Malix, but still, that's not the point. Sam glared hard at Malix, taking a step towards him. Malix, however, cackled in response and locked eyes with the incubus.
Of course. I came here for a reason. I can't just sit on my ass and watch. Too bad, though. This is some great entertainment.
Then why are you here, asswipe? Got a real death wish this time?
Okay.
What makes you think you can kill me? Besides, aren't you trying to save energy to fight your old man?
Malix stuffed his hands into his pockets and leaned back, puffing his chest out and flaunting the burnt insignia on his chest.
I got sent here by the head of hell himself, straight from the top. And I got the best seats in the house to the bloodiest war this plane has ever seen.
Sam chuckled, cracking his knuckles.
Funny. I thought Satan only gave a shit about devils who didn't get their faces beaten in. Seems like he's getting soft.
Ooh, you got burnt! Burnt so bad, even though you're a devil. Anyway, instantly, Malix's face shifted to an angry scowl, making the smirk on Sam's face widen.
Now that you're all hot and bothered, wanna tell me what you're up to before I send you back with your head up your ass?
Ooh!
Well, first I'm gonna paint these gates with your blood. Then wait until this war is over before I annihilate every fucking demon left and make this world a part of hell, just like it was supposed to be.
Yeah, okay, keep dreaming, sweetie.
You're funny for a dead man.
Am I?
You tried to kill me once before, dipshit, and look where that got you. Didn't work out so well, did it?
We can still do it again, you know that. Malik stretched his neck to the side, making a loud echoey crack sound reverberate through the air. I winced at the sound.
What makes this so funny is that it won't matter who wins this war in the end. Once it's over, I'll send for my boys and we'll fuck everyone up while they're celebrating. Ha! It'll be the bloodiest celebration this plane has ever seen! Then, we'll seal this world and fuse it with hell, giving Satan a whole world full of demon soldiers and slaves at his disposal. The chaos of this world practically begged for a war to tear it apart. Now the abyssal planes will truly be a part of hell, like the fuck faces of heaven intended.
Okay.
Not if I make sure you don't get the chance, fucker.
Yeah, what Sam said. Malik cackled wildly, staring at Sam with a maddened expression. His eyes burned with insane bloodlust as he smirked and licked his teeth.
It's this world's destiny, shithead! Even humans know that demons belong in hell.
No, they don't! I felt myself become angry at Malik's. Demons and devils were completely different, and demons, except for the demon lord, did not belong anywhere near hell. True that, but I love how he excluded the demon lord.
Think about it, will ya? How many brainless humans think that demons come from hell? They put demons and devils together like they're no different from each other.
Well, because they don't know better. Hey, I thought the same thing too until the boys explained it. Hello? We always assume things before people explain it.
It's inevitable. Every shit stain on this world is gonna bow down to the Lord of Hell, and we'll rip apart the gates of heaven together.
How about no? Sam stepped forward once more, cracking his knuckles at his sides.
I am so sick of hearing your voice, Malix. Let's just end this.
Oh, I almost forgot the best part.
Please do enlighten me. Malik locked eyes with me, suddenly making a violent shudder run down my spine. His gaze spoke nothing but sadistic intent, and his words made his stare much more terrifying.
Just because I can, after we're done taking over this world, I'm gonna take that human bitch and make her the fuck toy of Satan's army.
How about... fuck no. Instantly, Sam vanished and reappeared in front of Malik, swinging a punch at him. However, he only made contact with a vanishing afterimage. Before I could blink, Malik had disappeared and reappeared behind Sam, punching Sam's head and sending him flying towards the castle wall. Sam!
Payback time, fuckface!
Oh, come on. Malik flew at Sam's body like a bullet and began to slam his fists into him, the wall cracking and caving in around Sam's body. Okay, so instead of staying back, we're going to help him. I wasn't going to be helpless this time. Besides, I was confident that I was still protected by my grandfather's protection spell against hellborn magic. I quickly rushed forward and prepared an attack, but Malik quickly turned his eyes to me with a large smirk and swung his arms towards me, revealing a sharp red blade.
Die!
Shit! I didn't get a chance to blink before suddenly being ripped from hell. From hell. Really? Wow, where did that come from? I didn't get a chance to blink before suddenly being ripped from life. Darkness welcomed me as the ruthless swing cut through my neck and ended me. How could this be? The last thing I heard was Sam screaming my name. End. Hand of the devil. Okay, we have one more bad ending to go through, and I will get back to you on that. Stay back! A part of me knew better than to try. Malix probably had a weapon, and if I knew anything about Malix, he would use that against me without hesitation. I was out of energy to even defend myself from him, and I was sure that's why my grandfather's protection spell ran on. He wanted to beat Sam before trying to kill him. His pride was one downfall of his that I remembered very clearly. Alice continued to pound punch upon punch onto Sam's body, making the body-shaped indentation in the castle wall that much deeper. However, with a small flash of green light, he suddenly began to erupt from the center.
Get off!
Malik was suddenly forced back from a bright energy pulse as Sam pushed himself out of the hole he was trapped in. Around his body were green flickering waves of energy, pulsating in time with Sam's breath. Not red waves, but only green waves. Take note of that, ladies and gentlemen. Sam glared hard as he clenched his fists and formed a simple sword in his hand. It's not a red sword, aww! one he had used in training multiple times.
Ooh, bringing the blade out, huh? What happened to those good old brute fists of yours?
Malix raised the arm at his side, forming a large sword with a red blade and a chain connecting from the hilt to his belt.
Time to slice a bitch up!
That's the best line I've heard Malix say, though. I feel like I should just keep using that at some point. Time to slice a bitch up. Malix and Sam rushed at each other, slamming their swords into each other with reckless speed. I couldn't understand how Malix gained the ability to be as fast as Sam, but something about the devil was very different from the first and last time I had seen him. Because he got more power from Satan himself. He was much more cocky, and there was some sort of strength within him that frightened me more than before. However, I felt that Sam still had the upper hand. There was no way he would let Malix win. Sam flipped over Malix and slashed his back, opening the fabric of his vest, but not deep enough to make contact with skin. Malix snarled and spun around, reinitiating their clash of swords.
What's wrong, pretty boy? You seem to be holding back!
I don't need to waste energy killing you!
At last, their swords slammed against one another, a screech echoing through the air. Both pushed against one another, snarling into each other's faces.
It's pointless, Incubus! This world is fucked!
Tell that to Satan when you die!
Ooh! Sam suddenly lifted his foot up and jammed it into Malix's chest, kicking him back towards the castle wall. With a grunt and the crack of broken ribs reverberating through the air, Malix slipped back and glared at Sam. However, the glare quickly died into a look of sadistic amusement as Malix rolled his shoulders and stood back up, as if he could just shrug off the injury. Around his body grew a bright orange and red flame, causing waves of heat to pulse through the air around us.
You want a final showdown? You got it!
Sam, with a smirk of his own, stood tall with a fast-growing green aura around his body. The air around him pulsed in sync with Malix's in equal measure.
It's over, Malix.
I watched as they both charged up their final attacks and forced their palms out towards each other. Green and red orbs of light shot out from each of their hands and collided, followed by brilliant rays that pushed them forward and into each other. I had to shut my eyes, blocking the flash of light from blinding my vision before looking back up and seeing the bout with the gasp. The air around the orbs pulsed heavily, whipping in all directions and fueled by both the demon and the devil. The orb ground into one another, lightning and fire bursting from the minuscule space between them. Both opponents had their eyes locked on each other as the earth around them bent and bowed away from the collision of their power. Still, they were somehow equally matched. How could this be?
Give him your remaining energy, child. It is the only way to end this.
I thought we got rid of you, but thanks for the update. The voice of the dragon rang in my head as I stared at Sam. His face was tightened in pure anger and determination. He was giving as much as he could, but I knew he was holding back to save energy for his father. I took a breath and quickly rushed over to Sam, grabbing hold of his arm and feeling his body naturally pull energy from me. Gah!
What are you doing?
Ending this together! Sam stared at me, causing his orb to falter, but as I passed my energy onto him, Sam nodded and focused back on Malix, concentrating his orb forward with both his energy and mine. Malix would not win. I wouldn't let him. At last, the deadlock became pressed as Sam's orb pushed Malix back, inch by inch, with each push getting stronger and faster. I could feel myself grow dizzy, but I didn't care. This was Malix's last stand.
What? No!
I glared hard at Malix as the clash between them became full of green energy, cutting through the devil's attack with ease. Sam's orb at last made purchase and slammed him into Malix's body, knocking him fully into the castle wall. As the orb vanished, Sam quickly rushed forward and rammed his sword into Malix's chest, pinning him up into the stone.
It's over, Malix. Fucking die already!
Sam pulled back, giving me the full view of his sword buried into the hilt of Malix's chest. Malix, however, only cackled and laughed, coughing blood with each chuckle. You didn't die yet? What the fuck?
Pathetic. You're weak, Incubus. You and your bitch human.
Hey, who you calling a bitch, you motherfucker?
Says the one impaled on a wall.
Hey!
You think you can win this war? Be my guest. I'll be back and I'll piss on your corpse when it's all over.
Okay. Are you gone? Okay, you're gone. That laugh. James, that was a perfect laugh, okay? That was perfect. The first time I heard that, I was like, what just happened? Legit, I was actually terrified. So props to James Brown Jr. for that laugh. With a terrifying laugh, Malix's body melted into hot lava, dripping over the sword's blade and landing on the ground before fading away. I stared in shock. He was coming back? I could tell that Sam was angry, but my exhaustion finally hit me like a wave. I crumpled to my knees, slamming my hands to the ground to keep myself upright as I panted. I was worn out. If I hadn't been out of energy before, I definitely was now. Sam quickly dropped down beside me, wrapping an arm around my shoulders and laying a careful hand on my arm.
Whoa! Are you okay?
I nodded, obviously lying, but I knew we had more important things to worry about. Malix was gone and hopefully dead for real, and we were at the castle gates, ready to charge in and fight the Demon Lord. As Sam and I looked up, we both locked our sights on a window exploding outward with a figure flying out of it. As the figure flapped their wings and steadied themselves, they swooped back inside. Diana! I gripped Sam's arm and lifted myself up, and knowing that we had to get inside.
You good?
Yeah, let's just go! Sam nodded before taking my hand and rushing forward, speeding through the twists and turns of the castle towards a large archway leading up into the tower, where we could hear Diana and the Demon Lord fighting above. Sam and I raced up the stairs of the tower, hearing the echoed cries and clashes of steel bouncing off of the stone walls. My heart began to race as the sound of weapons meeting stopped, with Diana screaming,
Enough!
Sam and I finally reached the top, staring wide-eyed at the sight of the Demon Lord and Diana. The Demon Lord had Diana's throat in a hard grip as his other hand gripped onto her wings, his fingers digging into them roughly. We could barely react as the Demon Lord ripped them off of Diana's back by pulling Diana's body in the opposite direction. That has gotta hurt though. The Demon Lord, basking in his success, lifted the torn wings to his mouth and let the blood dribble from the open wounds onto his tongue. I fought not to gag at the sight. Sam, however, shouted and made the room shake with his voice. His rage showed his feelings clearly, despite seeing the one who fathered him after years of separation.
Hey, shithead!
That's a good way to greet your father. Hey, shithead! Trust me, if I greeted my dad that way, he would slap me. Beat my ass, trust me. The Demon Lord instantly peered over, locking his eyes onto Sam's form as Sam began to step forward. Appeased with the new challenger, the Demon Lord licked his lips and tossed Diana to the side. Diana landed with a hard thud and slid across the floor, slamming against one of the stone frames that kept the stained glass of the room together. On her back were 2 large open wounds that weren't healing or fading away into her body, like I expected. Diana!
Go check on her. This bastard is mine.
Gotcha! Sam continued to walk forward as I nodded and rushed over to Diana. She struggled to push herself up onto her hands, falling back onto the floor in failure as I approached. I gotcha. Hold on.
Settle.
Before my eyes, a small white light flashed beside us, revealing Seto. He quickly looked around before he looked down at Diana and rushed to his knees beside her.
Isaiah!
I got onto my knees and helped Diana get up onto hers, seeing her worn and tired face. As she got up, she instantly fell to the side into Sarah's arms. Sarah quickly wrapped his arms around Diana and kissed her head, most likely trying to feed her energy to heal. Her back wounds, despite the energy, were still not closing. All across her body were slash marks and bruises from the intense struggle, but I knew that she had to put up a good fight. Now it was Sam's turn. The Demon Lord raised his arms to his sides, visually challenging his new opponent with a wide smirk on his face and a scowl in his eyes.
So you wanna die too? I always knew you were a disgrace.
I've waited a long time to kick your ass.
Sam lifted his sword to his side and rushed forward, swinging his sword at the Demon Lord. However, his attack was quickly parried with his opponent's smile growing smug.
Then show me what you've got, little brute.
Sam snarled and began to swing again and again at the Demon Lord, occasionally shifting positions to find a better angle to attack from. Unfortunately, the Demon Lord matched him every time, blocking and returning the attacks. I watched in shock. Even with Diana's attack on him, the Demon Lord seemed hardly worn down at all, almost indestructible. Was there no way to bring him down? Sam threw every swing harder and harder, hoping to gain some ground. The clashing of their swords became louder and louder with each swing and parry. It was almost deafening.
Give up, boy! Fuck you!
Basically, my line to everything, really. Sam is basically me. With a snarl, the Demon Lord reached and grabbed hold of Sam's sword by the blade, making me gasp at the sight. What the hell? I can't read! Oh my god! With Sam surprised as well, the Demon Lord ripped it from Sam's grip and tossed it towards me and Diana. I instantly gripped Diana's head and made us duck, letting it crash through the stained glass. In retaliation, however, Sam kicked the Demon Lord's sword out of his hands, leaving both opponents weaponless. They took that moment to glare at each other, with the Demon Lord clenching his fingers over the open blade wound on his hand. As I stared at the Demon Lord's hand, however, I could see a faint black and red aura around it. Was he casting something? The blood that was dripping from it vanished as the Demon Lord chuckled at his son.
I will kill you, old man! I want to see you try. You don't even have the strength to save your precious human!
Now, where have we heard these lines before? Oh yeah, that's right, in the nightmare. Well, that nightmare is about to come true. This is fucked up straight fucked up bullshit right here.
I will kill you, old man!
Oh, whoops! Whoops, sorry, I went back by accident. Whoops. I had heard this before. I looked back behind me to see the blade of Sam's sword crash back through the stained glass and rip through my body to erupt from my chest. No! Ugh! The familiar feeling of pain rocked through my nerves and body as I stared at the blade sticking out of my sternum. I couldn't even speak as I looked up at Sam and reached out for him. Sam's face instantly paled and his body quickly turned to run in my direction. As I began to fall forward, the world went into slow motion as if fate wanted me to take in the cruelty of the moment. I locked eyes with Sam, trying not to faint from the shock and pain, as I watched the Demon Lord pick up his sword once more and ram it into his son's back, the blade jutting out from his stomach. I heard no sound as Sam's mouth opened in a pained grimace. As the Demon Lord ripped the sword out, I managed to hit the floor, now laid over in a pool of freshly flowing blood. My own blood. I stretched my hand up to see Sam fall to his knees as well, staring at me with tears in his eyes and blood oozing from the open wound in his body. I weakly stretched my hand out as Sam fell forward and reached back for me. We had lost. We were dying. And we couldn't even reach each other as we fought to take in the shallow breath upon breath. I felt the darkness of death rush over my skin as I desperately tried to stretch forward, but before I could reach him, I succumbed. Oh, and the monster is dead. No! I refuse this! Oh, my heart and my soul! That picture made everything worse. Okay, before I go, that was all the Sam's bad endings, you know? But before I go, there is one thing that I have not done yet for you guys. So let us go, shall we?
Hi, how can I... Oh my god, a human! Hi, hello, good to see you, human.
Hi.
How you gotten here, I will never know, but hey, fuck it, let's just say hi. Hi, hello! I am Michaela, and I'm the current, substitute librarian here at Yggdrasil. How can I help you?
You know exactly why we're here.
Wait, what? You wanna what? You wanna look in the... You're serious?
Yep.
I mean, I guess I could show you? I mean, what do you want to see? You want to see what happened to them? Oh, no. I can't show you that. I mean, I'm technically not the keeper here. I'm just filling in for a friend. She'd be mega pissed if I showed you what happened to them. I mean, of course, if you had the angel's password, I can tell you, but I doubt you have it.
Oh, really now?
See what I did? Wait, that's right. What the hell? How did you... Wait, what?
I have my ways.
Well, shit. I mean... Okay, yeah, sure, fine. You know the password. All right. I'll just show you what happened then.
Hooray!
Just don't go telling anyone, okay?
Cross my heart, lips are sealed.
Azair, Sarah, I am so sorry. It's my fault that this war happened. I wanted to make a love story worth telling, a story worth the praise of the universe. But I didn't think of the consequences. If I didn't connect Harold Anderson to the boys, if I didn't force you to confront her,
What?
none of this would have happened.
What?
And now, you're falling into an endless hell because of me.
But who is this, though?
Please, let me give you the ending you deserve.
What?
The strong winds ran against their skin as Sarah and Azair plummeted towards the decaying sea. There was no hope for survival, and they clung to each other as tightly as they could, not daring to let go. Only 2 sentences were exchanged between them. I love you.
I love you too.
At last, they broke through the surface of the water, diving into its cruel depths. Sarah and Azair dug their nails into each other, desperate to remain connected, as the water pulled them further into the dark. Their hearts began to beat as one as their lungs slowly began to fill with water. Rapid, but defeated, their heartbeats pounded into their chests in acceptance of their fate. Still, they would not let go of one another, desperate to remain as one. The angels who watched felt their spirits become heavy in grief. The devils who observed felt a cold, unfamiliar sting within their chests. The demons who had followed them let silent and painful tears run along their cheeks. Heavy rain fell in the human world, and the mists of purgatory became dark in mourning. The 5 worlds remained silent as the 2 beings gave into the water's warmth. Their bodies sank further in, wrapped by the tides and weight of the dark. However, they would not be taken into the dark, but guided to the light by their love. The punishment that plagued the sea was born from broken love, tainted by hatred and darkness. The remedy would be love as pure as light. Their true love tamed the curse within the waters, granting them a peaceful passage into death's embrace. Instead of forever living under the weight of water, their souls were whisked away, leaving their bodies to dissolve into sea foam. As the war above ended, the curse that claimed control of the decaying sea at last vanished.
Oh my god!
But what of the 2 who healed it? The purity in their hearts guided their souls through the veins of the universe and into the heavenly city beyond. Cleansed of their wounds and sins, they were delivered through the passage of water to a paradise. Forever blessed, Sarah and Azair were granted entrance to a new heavenly Eden. Shangri-La.
Shangri-La. Aww! And, oh, this is really cute, okay? I can't. Thing unlocked Shangri-La. Oh my god. So that added some more feels, didn't it? I found it to be a perfect ending to the perfect bad ending. If that even makes sense. Okay, so that was all of Sam's bad endings, and that was Shangri-La. So I hope you enjoyed that wave of feels, because my heart right now is just cracking. Oh god. Okay, so we still have James, Damien, Matthew, and Eric to do. So I will put up a poll in the description below. Vote for which bad ending you want to do next. We can do James, Matthew, Damien, Eric. Either of the 4 boys. And yeah, just cast your vote in the poll in the description below. And next week we'll be doing another guy's bad ending. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of my videos, then click subscribe. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!